I'm outside of Beijing at the moment at Rheinwald's Pine Valley Golf Resort. It's a 54-hole complex with multiple clubs or memberships associated with 2 of its 18-hole courses. Behind me is one of the more exclusive clubhouses. It's just been renovated. It will open here in May of 2018. And to go along with that has been the 18 holes that's associated with this. It was renovated again by Jack Nicklaus, and the clubhouse and golf course, the total bill on it was $27 million, and took, for the golf course renovation, 3 years. You may wonder why it took so long. It's really difficult to get permits now in China to do changes and things associated with golf. Actually, golf, here we've seen over 200 golf courses closed in China from a government mandate. They just said close them. Now that leaves about 450 to 500 golf courses. Obviously, on this property, they're not worried about closing any golf courses. The owner of this complex is one of the wealthiest men in China. He is also one of the initial people, or the founding people with Red Bull, among other businesses that he has associated with energy drinks. So in this complex, as I mentioned before, we have 54 holes of golf. 2 of those 18-hole golf courses, or 36 of those holes, have been designed by Jack Nicklaus. And then there's multiple types of clubhouses like this one in the background. It also has polo fields, helicopter pads, these large fitness areas, nutrient spas. The whole bit can be found on this property. Also, this property hosts an LPGA or a women's pro event, usually around the 1st of October. So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to briefly show you just some of the grasses that are being established or have been established, and how similar it is to the grasses that we use in central Ohio. The other thing too is that golf course just opened a week ago. It's kind of an interesting club. This club, the members associated with this club, there are no guests allowed. So it's strictly members who join. There's about 400 members, and the membership is around about $1 million. Here at Pine Valley, again here in the background, you can see the renovated clubhouse that I mentioned in a previous video. It'll open in May, and you can see part of the golf course associated with this complex. There's 54 holes here. This course, it's 18 holes, just opened last week. The designer of this course, Jack Nicklaus, also designed the other 18 holes, or a total of the 36 out of 54 holes. Just want to mention a few things while we're standing here, is that Beijing's in the cool temperate region. So just like Columbus, Ohio, you would expect cool season grasses, and that's what we find here. On the greens, which is behind me, and the fairways, tees are all creeping bentgrass. The surrounds, the taller grass, the roughs around the tees are either Kentucky bluegrass or perennial ryegrass, or a mixture of the two. So you can see many of the grasses that we would find on a golf course in Columbus, Ohio, are exactly what you'll find here in Beijing, China. And also in the background, maybe you can see some very large bunkers. They could be bunkers, but in this case they're called waste bunkers. And waste bunkers are a little different than regular old sand bunkers in that they're not really considered a penalty or a penalty type shot. In other words, you can actually put your club down and touch the sand before you hit the ball in a waste bunker, which you can't do in a regular sand bunker, or what's considered a bunker. And finally, I'm standing here in front of the second clubhouse, not as exclusive as the first one, still though for private members. And I thought I'd finish by telling you why I'm here. Actually, oftentimes I speak at conferences that involve golf. This one has to do with all the golf course superintendents who manage golf courses around northern China, around Beijing. So I've been here speaking and a little bit of sightseeing too. And to end this video, I'll show you a few photographs of the golf courses and some of the other experiences that I've had here.
Okay.
And now to end this trip, I'm standing in front of another clubhouse on the property. Again, it's a separate membership than the previous one we discussed. And what I would like to finish up with is that, why am I doing this one?
You want to redo it?
Yeah.